Hello guys and welcome back to our channel. If you haven't already subscribed, drop a comment, help us support the channel. Today we're going to be covering Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP. And let's take a look and see what we can expect in the upcoming days, weeks, and possibly even months. Alright, Bitcoin is going back and forth like it's on a trampoline, and it is trading at 30,027 bucks. There's around 16 hours left into the trading day, and let's take a look. Trading volume is kind of actually normalized a little bit, but if you pay attention to what we had from like the 24th all the way up until now, except in the exception of Thursday on the 13th of July, that big jump, and also the following day it was coming down, which gave us a big, it gave us a big warning that it was going to scroop down right here. And this is what kind of really gave us that point right here. So if you pay attention to that, you'll see that a little bit more and more throughout the graph. So each time you see these tweezer tops, right? So you can see that it goes down quite a few pips. And the thing, and you can see it from here, right? Even though it's small, it's very minimalistic, so you can't really see it too much. But we had that same thing happen. And this is what we have. So it's kind of going back, and we spoke about this in a previous video. We talked about Bitcoin actually bouncing back and forth and is going to reach above and be rejected again because back in the 13th of April, we had that moment, that peak. That's what I was talking about. Also, we have this line coming in as well. Now let's just make this a little bit here. Okay, there we go. Look, so you can see that this line coming in um, from, well, almost all of April, really. We have that resistance level and the resistance level here. So it started to act as a support level again, and then you have the resistance. And this is kind of where we're tapping out. Now, given that it's kind of close here, you can make that line even more big, or that area, that zone, a little bit calculated as well. So this is what we're looking at for Bitcoin, all in all together. And this is where we're seeing a lot of stuff kind of happen out. Now, when we're talking about anything else really moving in, where is it going to drop? It can potentially drop more. Let me just kind of come here. It can potentially drop more. And what I mean by that is, so it's probably going to drop down between 28 and 29 at some point, and that comes back from March in that market structure that was built from there. So what we can expect to see. So I believe we're going to stay in this range of movement. There's not really any kind of major plays that's going on that would signify any kind of trend change right now. So this is what we have. Now we had that pump right at the beginning of June kind of coming in, and that was looking pretty good. But then of course we reached that range because that's what we're talking about in those previous videos, especially when we're speaking about what the videos that we had back in May, that it was going to kind of come up, but then I believe it's going to reach back at this point to stay there for a little bit. And this is what I meant by that. And you're seeing that. So as we can expect, we're probably going to see another couple of weeks of it kind of bouncing up and down on support and resistance. And again, I'm going on the daily chart. Even if we look at the weekly, what can we expect long term? I like to go by the daily chart because it gives me a little bit stronger idea of what we're doing for that point. But let's go ahead and jump to the next coin, Ethereum. Right, Ethereum is also kind of following along. It also had that rejection, the same thing that we're talking about where the tweezer tops kind of came in, right? And so it hit that point, drooped back down. We were speaking that it's going to reach this point, and this is what it is. It is acting as a support. And here in the blue was a resistance. Now we haven't spoke about Ethereum in probably a little over a week or two, and you can kind of see what I meant by that as well. The same thing is happening. So we have the previous resistance acting as support now, moving up. I think Ethereum's going to have a little bit more action to it than what Bitcoin does. We kind of got played out when we thought we were going to go in for a big run back in April. Came back down, then we had the tweezers again right here and here. And this is also a key moment if you pay attention. I mean, this is some strong swings, honestly, that we have. I think it will start to pump up a little bit higher, probably in the next month or two. But the alt season kind of did get rebooted, it looks like. And seeing how the volume is, it's kind of hard to really tell. But I think if it comes back down, it's going to reach back down around 1800. It's trading at 1900 today. but we could rebound again back to 2100. It is a matter of time, but we have a couple of key moments that we should pay attention to. Like back in February, at the 1700 level, it could push to that, but if we're going to talk about going in the positive direction, if we're going long, we can see back here at 2000 is possible. It's going to be the resistance level that we come in. That's where we got stopped here. So we have back in May, and we have back in 2022 in August. That's why it's getting pushed, is because those market structures there, and even back May of 2022, August 2022, and that's a pretty strong fighting going against it, especially with the stop losses are coming in for people going short. So this is what we're seeing for the market. Now, jumping in for XRP, haven't covered XRP in a long time, but am speaking about this huge jump after the SEC lost the case. Be wary of this, because it is a strong point that it can actually be appealed and come back and still bite you in the ass. So that's what we're going to look at. But right now, the moment that it was going at before that, kind of going off there, because we still don't have enough data, we don't have anything else really to give a good prognosis for what it's going to be. So it's trading around 78. I think a dollar is coming up. So we've seen the 60% gain. We also had the cooling off period. People selling, afraid of a reverse. They made their profit. They sold out. And you can kind of see they have a lot of resistance levels. So what I would say that's going on here at this point is that we're creating a resistance level, and we come back to that as well, and we can kind of see where that's being made from, where that's coming in. So it's kind of hard to tell from out there, but I think we'll see that resistance a little bit higher, around 90 or so, and that's coming from these market structures back in March of 2022 as well, and back in June of last year, when that also big dip kind of came down. So this is what we're looking at, what's stopping us from that moment. We'll push past that, and it could potentially also reach back around 90, 95, probably here in the next couple of weeks, depending on the cool-off period, who's selling, what's going on. We have to watch, not enough data. Volume is still pretty high, which is really good, and especially being that the majority of the volume for the previous day was pretty stabilized between the last couple of days, and now we're looking at some selling volume kind of going on, right? And so a lot of people are selling, but it's kind of fighting back and forth. So keep that in mind. Of course, you're going to have that. That's just kind of basic stuff going on. And as far as the support level, because it is a market move, it is major. This will be important later on. But the support level probably around 70, which is pretty good. But I want to see it touch down and kind of confirm that with a few more candles, at least another week's worth of daily candles. That being the case. Over and all, the market looks pretty good, right? So the market cap for the day is pretty good. So Bitcoin 0.1%, XRP is up by 6%, Ethereum 0.6%, XLM did pretty good by 8.1%. Cardano is up by 2.9%, BCH 3.6%. And if we talk about the weekly, XRP 64%, KAS is 42%. Pretty good week for altcoins. Even Luna C 7.1%, Near is up by 10.5%, HBAR 10.8%. We have Link at 9.6%. We have XRD also by 7, so double digits going on here a lot. ARB 10.9%, doing really, really well. Alright guys, let us know what you think in the comments below. While you're down there, go ahead and click the bell, stay up to date with us, support the channel by subscribing, and I will see you again next time.